Welcome to my series from FreshToBiS. Here you're gonna see me turn this level 1 paladin into a fully best in SWAT character. And if you're new here, I've made a playlist where you can watch the series from the start. In episode 5, FreshToBiS has done some incredible things. He completed the infusion quest chain for Shadowmourne, and at the end we got him to around 6.1k gear score, which was a pretty big jump. And all of this took a little bit more than 4 days of playtime. But as anybody watching my series know, every episode has its own new unique potential to some very interesting things to happen. So in this episode, you're gonna see a lot more interesting things, guys. Stay until the end to find out what I'm talking about. And we start off this video with a RS25 normal. And this is with our guild, by the way. As you can see and as you know, we do RS25 with 20 or less people. So there is not that many people looking for an upgrade and we have a better chance at some items. But this time we were not so lucky and we didn't even have a chance to roll or bid for some items because nothing dropped for us that we can use. But in pure FreshToBiS style, he doesn't just like to stay without any items. So that evening FreshToBiS wanted to do something different. And what else to do than an ICC 10? By the time I was recording this, it was already Tuesday night. So in 5 or 6 hours, the CDs are gonna reset. So FreshToBiS just wanted to join ICC, at least get some frosties and even maybe some items. Who knows? And this was a full normal group, by the way. We didn't do any heroic bosses except for gunship. So I thought, what can I even get for main spec as an upgrade? We're already 6.1k gear score. But then I remembered, there is one item that I can get. And that item, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to see on your screen right now. And this is Whispering Fanged Skull. But the problem, there was other people needing for it also. Actually, it was only one guy, so it was a 50-50 chance. And congratulations, we've won Whispering Fanged Skull. Which, by the way, is a really big upgrade for us, because we're still playing with a used trinket from Emblem of Triumph. I know it's not best in SWAT, but it's a huge upgrade. And let's see what we're gonna take from the back. Of course, only some gold and 5 frosties. But FreshToBiS is really happy because Whispering Fanged Skull is a pretty big upgrade for us. Even now you can see on your screen the damage that we're doing. Some pretty decent numbers. And if I need to be honest with you guys, the rest of the raid was kind of meh. So I'm not gonna waste your time. Basically, we've killed all of the bosses. On the Lich King, of course, we wiped like dogs, which is usual for 6k people, plus way overgeared for ICC 10 normal, not even heroic. But it is what it is. And after that we even got a second wipe. So basically this was over for me because I was falling asleep behind the computer. I was working all day. And that's gonna be it for this ICC. And surprise, surprise, right after that, on the next day, because the raids were already reset, I've decided to change the technique a little bit and I've did a ICC 10. This time from the start of the raiding week. I didn't want to wait until the end. But this time we had some heroic bosses that we can kill. And by the way, the group was really good. We've killed all of the heroic bosses that we've wanted so far. I mean, Blood Queen was kind of clutch for us, but eventually the guys managed to kill her. And right after that, when we were in front of the trash for Volitria, I don't know what happened, but the group just fell apart and people started leaving. I guess that they just don't care that much about ICC 10. But when I was already on Dauran, I thought, wait, we haven't rolled the items yet. And I've whispered the raid leader, but he didn't answer me. I guess he was AFK. But don't worry, eventually he came back and me and him rolled some items, and I felt cool because I won the bag from the gunship, which was an upgrade for me, and with this we got FreshToBiS officially to over 6.1k gear score. We're getting closer and closer to our final goal, guys. Stay tuned to see an even crazier moment in this video. And while FreshToBiS was in the 10-player mood, he found the group for RS10 normal. I've whispered the leader and he took me into the group, of course. And this, by the way, was the first official kill of Halian 10-player for FreshToBiS. And after that, because we have a fresh week, FreshToBiS needs to pay some attention to the gold making also. So he decided to host his own TOC25 with all the BOEs reserved for him. But if you wanna see what happened during this TOC25, you can go and watch my behind the scenes episode 2 of the FreshToBiS series. There you're gonna see how I host the raid, what happened during the entire raid, and you're gonna get some pretty nice tips if you wanna do this by yourself. Go check it out, guys. And now, back to reality. Do you remember, guys, how many times I had problems with my bag space and my bank was already full? In the last episode, I've promised that I'm gonna address the issue of the no space that I had. So now we're gonna do the only thing that we can do to get more space, and that is to have your own guild bank, because when you have a guild bank you're gonna have more than 500 slots of free space to use. But now we needed to think about what the name of the guild is gonna be, and because we're realists the name is gonna be Bags Are Full, because this is the actual issue that we had. I'm such a comedian sometimes. And if you wonder how we're gonna get the people to sign in order to create a guild, well, that's pretty easy. Just offer 50 gold for a guild sign and you're gonna see now that it's gonna take you around 5 to 10 minutes maximum to find enough people. And now, when we actually have our own guild, I've just kicked all of the people that I invited, because I don't want any people in the guild. And now the most satisfying process can already start. We can buy all of the tabs that we need currently, and we can start to sort stuff into our own personal guild bank. As you can see in the footage now, that I've sped up 8 times, by the way, because it takes a lot of time to sort the bank. I don't have, let's say, 4 stacks of Eternal Fire, but I'm sorting the bank in a way which, after I get some materials later, I can just right click on the material and everything is gonna go into the already sorted out slots. And of course, because we play on a PvP server, the bank vendors or NPCs, whatever you call them, were dead, because there's pesky druids and rogues killing them all the time. I had to go to Ironforge again in order to complete this process. Then it was a lot more sorting going on. It was maybe more than 20 minutes of sorting stuff out, fixing things, deciding how everything is going to be inside of the bank itself. I even logged to FreshToBiS in order to send all of the green items that I've stacked in FreshToBiS. And you see now why you need to save up on all of these items. One day you're gonna get a lot of gold from them. And now this is the final result after sorting everything out. As you can see, not everything is full, but soon we're gonna fill it. Don't worry about this. I was kind of, how can I say it, angry that I didn't have any other stone in the bank, but we're gonna fix this issue, don't worry. Now we have a lot of bank space. Now back to the raiding part. It was time for me to do another VOA 25 and 10 player, because I really want to get those sanctified pants for my paladin, because it's the last item for my T10 set. But of course they didn't drop for us both on 25 player and on 10 player. So I had only one thing to do. I've just decided to go and buy the pants and finally get the fourth item for my T10 set because I didn't want to rely on luck anymore. And as you can see, we've lost some gear score while doing this, but we finally have a T10 set with a 4 set bonus active. And now I want to take a minute of your time, guys, to express my gratitude to everybody who is sending mail in game to me. I'm sorry that it takes so much time for me to answer, but there is a lot of people trying to reach me in every platform that you can imagine. Thank you for anyone that sees his name on the screen right now. And I wanna say special thanks to Mr. Cruz QT because he did something awesome. As you can see right now, he sent me 4,500 gold, and my heart doesn't let me to take other people's gold because I wanna show you how you can do things on your own, guys. I don't wanna get gold. I have 10 best in SWAT characters. I don't need this, so I've decided to do something cool, and I offered him to give away the gold to one lucky viewer that is watching right now. So, if you wanna join the giveaway, guys, go and join my Discord now. As soon as this video goes live, I am gonna start the giveaway for 48 hours, and one of you is gonna win 4,500 gold donated from Mr. Cruz QT. Thank you, bro, and God bless you. And of course, thank you to Mr. Maxwell for sending me this lucky charm. I really hope that it's gonna bring me luck for the Shadowfrost Shards. Also, shout out to Ozzy for the cool message that he sent me and also all of the materials in the mail. Thank you, guys. Really, thank you. And now, back to raiding yet another time during this episode. As the week advances, guys, this is yet another RS25 that you're seeing right now. Again with the guild, this time with a little bit more than 20 people because we had like 4k gear score people in the group. It was something like a outrun. At the end, eventually when we killed the boss, Penumbra dropped, and honestly I've decided to start and bid on it. But I didn't want to waste my DKP for a normal item because let's say if I go on ICC25 Heroic, I wanna buy something like a Heroic Mark or something like this because this is gonna be the hardest things for me to obtain during this challenge. But as the week was advancing, I started to worry a little bit about what I'm gonna do with the Shadowfrost Shards because I've spoken with one of the guild officers and he offered to reserve Shadowfrost Shards for me, and I even told him that I'm gonna donate 2,500 gold per every shard that I take to the guild, so we all progress together. But he didn't show up for the raid. It was already Monday, so if I don't do it tonight, I only have one day left in order to do ICC25 and get my first Shadowfrost Shards. To be honest, I didn't get any reply from the officer, so I've started to look around for raids that offer Shadowfrost Shards, but I didn't know if it was gonna be a smart move for me to get into a random group and eventually get kicked or the group fails or something like this, but I was really under pressure. So I've really decided to just start searching for people that offer to sell Shadowfrost Shards. I've made a spam message, I've started to spam, and now I needed to wait. So at this point, it was already Tuesday. I didn't find anyone that can host a raid for me with Shadowfrost Shards reserved. I've sent the gold that you see to FreshToBiS because, I don't know guys, I felt so bad. If I miss out on the Shadowfrost Shards this week, what am I gonna put in the new episode? It's already 8 PM. I was really tired. I had a lot of stuff to do. I found a guy that said that he's gonna host the raid for me. As you can see, I took the gold because I wanted to show him that I actually have the gold in me, and I saw this message in my chat. I've got removed from the group. The raid leader said that he's spamming for 30 minutes and he couldn't find any people, and that was heartbreaking for me, because basically this episode is gonna be trash. As you can see, there is 20 ICC25s going on, and for every single one, Shadowfrost Shards are reserved for somebody else. I was feeling so broken now. I had plans during the weekend. The officer didn't show up for the raid. I'm sure that he had an explanation for this. He didn't lie to me. Maybe he had some real life issues also. But episode 6, without a Shadowfrost Shard, it's gonna be such a sad episode, guys. But I only wanna say one thing. Life has taught me a really important lesson, guys. And that lesson is never give up. Left without any other choice, FreshToBiS needed to host his own ICC25 8 out of 12 heroic run. And surprisingly for me, in less than 30 minutes the group was full, and by the way, it was looking really solid. My entire plan originally was just to find somebody to do ICCs for me, and I farm gold and pay the leader to get some shards for me. But eventually, as you can see, like in real life, guys, every episode we have something in common with real life. It not always goes according to plan, so I needed to host my own raid. We've started. I've checked the DPS, it was looking good, the healers were good, everything was fine. And we also were gonna kill 8 heroic bosses. And this means every heroic boss has 2 times bigger chance to drop a Shadowfrost Shard than the normal bosses. Close to the end of every boss fight, guys, I was under such big pressure because I was wondering, is a shard gonna drop or it isn't gonna drop? Are we gonna continue? Is the raid gonna fail? It's Tuesday. People don't care about their IDs because the next day they're gonna reset. And this here is World Marogar. Let's see if we are gonna get any luck. And sadly, no Shadowfrost Shard from Marogar. First boss, no shard. We're not going with a great start. On Lady Death Whisper, I didn't have high hopes because first, it's a normal boss, second, with this start, and when I know what my luck most of the time is, I thought, damn, this is gonna be a really bad run. And with no surprise, of course, a shard didn't drop. From this point on, we have 4 heroic bosses in a row. Gunship, Deathbringer Sourfang, Rotface and Festergut. And I thought, come on, at least 1 shard needs to drop for 4 heroic bosses in a row. And guess what? The first ever Shadowfrost Shard dropped for FreshToBiS. 1 out of 50, guys. 1 out of 50. With this, my hopes started to go up drastically because we have so many bosses in front of us, so many heroic bosses in front of us. And I already got 1 Shadowfrost Shard. On the Lich King, no matter if it's normal or heroic, you have a 100% guaranteed chance to get a Shadowfrost Shard if you kill the Lich King. So, in the worst case scenario, we're gonna have 2 shards minimum during this raid. And now with Deathbringer dead, another Shadowfrost Shard, which automatically means at least 3 shards during this raid. Come on, guys. Can it get even better than this? I want you to pause the video now and write in the comments how many shards do you think that FreshToBiS is gonna get during this raid. And please do not cheat. Pause the video and write your guess. Another cool thing, aside from the Shadowfrost Shards, is that when we kill heroic bosses, we have a decent chance to get some best in SWAT items maybe, or even maybe a heroic mark, without wasting any DKP in our guild. Well, we need to have enough luck to win the row, but at least we have a chance to do something. And let's see what our chances at a shard from Festergut are. Nope, sadly, no shard from Festergut. And let's see what our luck with Rotface is. Nope, sadly, no shard here either. 2 heroic bosses in a row with 0 shards. Damn, my hopes of getting shards go from sky high to like bottom down. Damn, this is a roller coaster of emotions. PP was something like the lifesaver for me, because I thought, come on, this is a quarter boss, he needs to drop a shard. Or if not a shard, at least drop my pre-BIS trinket, because the best in SWAT trinket for Retri Paladin is Tiny Abomination in a jar. And at the end, no shard and no trinket. But at least we got the pre-BIS belt for Retri Paladin, which is also something better than nothing. Then comes the Boot Quarter, where are 2 of the hardest bosses for pugs and 8 out of 12 heroic raids. Yeah, I know that many people now are gonna say, what's so hard about the Boot Queen? You just stack at one place, and the Boot Prince Council, you just swap the target, blah blah blah. But this is Warmane, guys, and Warmane, it's hard for pugs, trust me. If you play here, you know what I'm talking about. And to prove my point, I want you to just take a look at the very first shock vortex on the Boot Prince console. Okay, everything seems fine for now, right? 1 kinetic drops. Okay, we're still alive. And now take a look at the second vortex. Yeah, do you see what I'm talking about? The entire group started failing. And of course, this was a wipe for us. Then, after that, we were so close to killing the boss on our second attempt, and we wiped again. So, I didn't want to risk people leaving the raid, because as you can see, we are already missing 2 people. I've just decided that we're gonna do the Boot Prince console on normal difficulty. And at the end, are we gonna take a shard? Yes, the 3rd shard for this run. So 3 shards already dropped. If we kill the Lich King, 1 guaranteed. That goes for 4 shards minimum if we go to the Lich King. While we were clearing the trash before the Boot Queen, I even found 2 new people to replace the old ones. And guys, look at what happened on the first link. We wiped. Do you remember what I was saying about the Boot Prince console and the Boot Queen? Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Or Warmane, this is hard for pugs. I really didn't want to do Boot Queen on normal because it drops a heroic mark, and I really want a heroic mark. But sadly, with these guys, it's unpredictable. You don't know what is gonna happen. And to understand what I'm saying, guys, around 20% of the boss dead, we already wiped again. And because people didn't want to do normal also, and they were not leaving the group, we've decided to give it a 3rd shot on heroic difficulty. This time we were really close to wiping because the guy who got disconnected got the link. Like, damn, why does this already happen? After that, the guys managed to kill the boss. And by the way, shout out to the healers, you did a great job, guys. When the boss died, I've seen in the loot add-on that there is no Shadowfrost Shard, sadly. But after they rest me and I've looted the boss, there was a shard in it, which means 4th shard officially won. On Valitria, by the way, I didn't want to do my monkey retri paladin healing better than most of the healers stuff going into the portals, because we had enough healers in the group and we needed damage on the outside. We already have 4 shards and Valitria is the last heroic boss that we are gonna kill, so at this point I think that I was happy enough and I didn't care that much if shards are gonna drop. Like, yeah, I want them to drop, but even if I don't, it's 5 shards for me if we kill the Lich King, that is well enough for me, guys. And by the way, this is for free. But at the end, after Valitria was healed, I saw this. Another shard. It gets better and better and better. The raid group was performing really well, if I need to be honest. Yes, it took us maybe, I don't know, around 2 hours to complete the raid. But for pugs, guys, this is normal. We had a few wipes on Boot Prince Council and the Boot Queen, but yeah, of course, it's Warmane, so people are excused for this. On Sindragosa, sadly, we didn't have luck and a shard didn't drop, so the only boss left now was the Lich King, which, by the way, was a little bit clutch for us, but we've managed to one-shot it even with 3 people missing from the group. And at the end, as I told you, the Lich King is 100% guaranteed Shadowfrost Shard drop. And now the only thing left for us to do is to roll out the remaining wood. I have rolled out some of the wood during the breaks between the bosses, guys, because the timer was about to go off on some of the items. And we had only one item that we can roll on, and this was the belt from PP. But sadly, as you can see, we lost the roll. But the guy was so generous, he decided to pass the belt to us, and we got one item at least. We also got some primordials, a wooden's necklace, BOE drop, and we even got a Conqueror's Mark, so we can upgrade our pants that we got earlier this episode. And now you see me jumping down to die, and this is nothing new, you've seen this a couple of times in the series. I die so I can go back in to upgrade my pants. And with this, when we equip both of the items that we got during this raid, we got over 6.1k gear score yet again. But there is something else that we can do to finish this episode. Because we already have a full T10 set, we have some leftover frost emblems that we can finally use to buy offset items or even something else. And this time our purchase is going to be a new Libram for FreshToBiS. This is gonna be the final epic item that we are gonna buy with Frosties. And with this, you can see that we even got to 6133 gear score, which is so nice. We just need to gem and enchant the new items, and I might say that we've done some serious progress. With this, we're gonna end episode 6. I'm sorry, guys, it took me some more time to edit this episode, but as you can see, I was waiting 4 days in order to get a raid for Shadowfrost Shards, but at the end we finally managed. I also uploaded some more videos, you can go and check them out on my channel. They're pretty interesting, I'm covering a lot of interesting stuff. So thank you for watching, thank you for liking, comment with what you think about this episode and what you want to see in the future, and of course, as always, see you in the next one.